Now, open any glossy magazine, switch on the TV or click on a website, and you're most likely going to find ads that do their best to objectify women. But one New York advertising executive has had enough. Madonna Badger, who also has her own ad agency, has created a campaign that's gone viral. It's called, appropriately enough, Women Not Objects, and showcases some of the worst examples in advertising. Let's take a look.
I love giving blowjobs to sandwiches.
I love sacrificing my dignity for a drink.
I love sleeping with guys that don't know my name.
The pursuit of happiness, just as our forefathers wanted.
I hope when my daughter grows up that she has friends just like these.
And Madonna Badger joins me now from New York. Madonna, thank you so much for being with us. What made you come up with the idea?
Since 2007, my business partner, Jim Winters, and I have really believed that the true way to have innovation in marketing is by having empathy with the consumer that you're trying to reach. And empathy specifically, in our case, for women, since that's mostly who we advertise to for our clients. And we were working on a project, a beauty project, and wondering why all of the ads looked identical to one another. And we Googled objectification in advertising. And quite frankly, we were shocked, not only at the plethora of ads, but also of the many, many, many different companies that objectify women as a form of advertising. And so that was really the beginning for us of feeling like, wow, we need to do something about this.
But surely the advertising industry has changed since the days of Don Draper style characters, given that there are more and more women now in the workforce.
One would think that given that we make up 47% of the workforce in the US, one would think that advertising would change, but in fact it has only gotten worse. And, you know, I objectified men and women when I was the art director at Calvin Klein in 1991. Unknowingly, you know, I was 27 at the time. I didn't really understand the harm at that point. But we also didn't have the internet. We didn't have social media, which has really made for an explosion of where these ads are now everywhere. And so since that time, since 1991, forget about Mad Men and that sort of an era. I mean, the way that women are now shown seriously as objects with no voice and no choice, or as provocative body parts, or overly retouched to the point of human unachievability. That there doesn't seem to be a lot of compassion. So if we look at an ad, for example, and say, what if that was my mom or my sister? How would that make me feel? Or my daughter?
Madonna, however, surely there are women involved in the decision-making process in giving the go-ahead for those campaigns to be published or put to air.
Absolutely. The head of marketing at Stuart Weitzman is a woman. And their latest ad campaign shows three, interchangeable nude women with a logo put across them in shoes and only shoes. And, it's just a horror. It's a horror.
Well, what has been the response to your campaign?
The response has been amazing. We have over 550 million media impressions, which is astonishing to me, and I'm so happy about. I think we've really touched a nerve. I think that people are really fed up, and that we came at a time that is really a tipping point in the world where young women, older women, all of us are fed up with being 47% of the workforce, with being, women. We are the ones that have babies and raise children. I mean, we should be getting so much more respect.
So, Madonna, what exactly do you want to see come out of this campaign?
Well, I'm happy with the results that we've gotten so far. I think my goal is to absolutely stop and have a zero tolerance policy for objectification of women, of men, of anyone in advertising. That for me and for my agency and for many, many, many creatives that have reached out to me, there is a better way. There is a more creative way. There is a smarter way. And that advertising, is only evil when it does evil things. That's what David Ogilvy said, the ultimate madman. And, that's my belief as well. I think that advertising can really be a great force for good. And when we see ads like Mini Cooper and Defy Labels, and we see ads like Always and Run Like a Girl and reminding us who we are as girls, these are things that really connect to people's brand, to connect to people's values, and that brands can connect to people's values in a much stronger and more meaningful way. So that's my belief, and zero tolerance is my goal.
I'm afraid we've run out of time. Thank you so much, Madonna Badger.
Thank you.